I have been testing out the system for some time now, and these are the results. So using DeepSeek R170, it was actually quite horrible. You will notice even here. So you will notice that it had some, I think this is Mandarin, right, within the text generation. And there were just so many inconsistencies like that. And it was also very difficult for us to actually find the entities and link them together. So it made a lot of mistakes there. So I think the process, yeah. So it also took a very long time for the ingestion process to complete, right? So you notice this, like, I mean, summarization took 5,000 seconds, total pipeline 6,000 seconds, total pipeline 7,000 seconds. Like, that was very terrible, right? And then for the charts took 115 seconds in total, which is actually not that bad, right? And this was the response from the chat. I'm currently engaging in achieving both academic and professional goals, utilizing da 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 da, which is okay, but I mean, it could definitely be far better, right? Now, from Llama 3.18b, these are the results. This one was actually a bit better. I think it was able to extract the entities and stuff like that quite well, but it was still lacking in a lot of aspects. So you will notice total time 1,200 seconds. So the time has drastically reduced, right? The time has drastically reduced, but yeah, it still wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be. The chat also 87 seconds, right, which is quite good. The response, so I asked the same question in each circumstance, right? The question was, who am I, based on the notes I gave, and the notes were the same each time. So what I did was I started the system afresh, fed it the same notes, and then I asked the question. So all these logs are from the same notes, right? Okay. So it took 87 seconds, and this is what it came up with. You expressed concern about time management regarding your masters as well as other tasks, da 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 da. And I think this one was actually, mm, it left a lot to be desired, right? I think if I had to compare this to DeepSeek, I think I put them on the same level because they weren't really that good, right? Now, I decided to try Gemini 3 Flash just to see what, the best models available could do. And obviously, we are trying to go privacy focused local first. So we will not be using Gemini 3 Flash in the final build, but this is just for testing purposes. And it blew my mind away. It blew my mind and it blew me away. So it took like 80 seconds, 80, 60, yeah, just around those values, right? Let's see. 159, 141, 99. Yeah, so a bit comparable to Llama, but yeah, in terms of the time, right? In terms of the time it took. But this one actually did such an amazing job at extracting all the entities, all the relationships, and everything. So with the chat took 46 seconds, and the same question who am I? And this time, this is what it said. Yeah, an individual currently executing a systematic 5-year and 10-year roadmap centered on achieving financial independence and professional stability by age 81. Your identity is defined by a commitment to becoming blah, 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 right? Okay, so I had to edit a few things just so that we could um, hide the names. But yeah, so you're the primary driver behind blah blah blah, working your job. The current trajectory is characterized by high persistence. This was actually so good, right? This is actually so good. And these notes, so the notes I used are from years ago. So yeah, it's not reflective of what's happening right now. But anyway, and this is the graph that was generated, and the graph looks so good. You can see all the relationships, you can see all the links, right? So the white represents the nodes. I think it's even here. The white represents the nodes. Red is for tasks, yellow is for persona, violet is for entity, and blue is for concept, right? And it was so amazing. So obviously now we know exactly what we are trying to achieve because this is the best we can do. So going back to local our local first approach, I decided to try Gemma 3 12B, and it was quite comparable to Gemini 3 Flash, which was amazing. I really didn't expect that. But you notice here that, regret, excitement, optimism, Jennifer, entity, optimism, concepts, right? I was able to extract the entities quite well. And for the time it took was so okay, no, so yeah, I mean this one the time it took was quite like ridiculous. So you notice 2000 seconds, right? And I mean that's so terrible, 2000 seconds. But this one it was actually because the model is quite large and it is competing with all the other models that are running in the background, right? Because the machine has to run multiple models at the same time. And that's actually what also causes the time to be exaggerated. But in terms of the quality of what it's supposed to do, it was actually quite amazing. So I asked the same question, who am I? And it took 122 seconds. And it gave the response of, it was quite a short response, but gave the response of your individual focus on strategic milestones like debt freedom by 2027 and a master's degree by 2029, aligning work with creative aspirations. You've been heavily focused on this and have populated Notion for it, da 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 da, right? And it has the references. And this is the graph it generated. Unfortunately, I didn't take a screenshot of the graphs that Llama and DeepSeek generated, but they were so disconnected and it was very lacking, right? But these ones has been able to connect every single thing, which is crazy. So yeah, these are the results so far, and I think I'm going to be sticking to the Gemma 3 model. Um, the only thing is I'll probably have to find a way to make it a bit faster because 2000 seconds for one note is crazy. But yeah, these are the results so far. And I'm so excited.